Hello there my YouTube friends. So here we go again with another one of these unboxings and reviews. And I know what you make you thinking. You think to yourself, oh, you've already done one of these ones, pal. Actually, the first one I done was a team leader. This one happens to be the First Order Stormtrooper Heavy Gunner. So what we'll do is we'll get them out, see what you get with them, and then compare them to the team leader, see what differences you get in amongst the two. So here we go guys, let's hope you enjoy. First off, as you can see, the box, no great shakes. They never are with these ones. Not much to them at all. And the top of it, Star Wars, and that's basically all you're getting when it comes to the box itself. Just get the front off of it and see what's in it. Good inlay. Nice thing to it, nice bit of artwork to it, using the actual characters itself to do it. It's pretty good. Drop that down, and there you go. Got a little bit of glare on there, but hopefully you'll still be able to make that out. And I'm going to get the stuff out for you again and show you what we have. So guys, accessories wise, again, you're not getting huge amounts, but what you're getting is pretty cool. You get the usual, always come in handy just in case, the wrist pegs, the crotch grabber, and the base plate. It's a very simple base plate, and as you can see, this one obviously I did get second hand, and you can also see straight away that you have got to be careful here of like scuff marks being left when you're posing the character and he's slipping around on the thing, because it's leaving quite sort of bad scuff marks there. That's why I basically don't use them as much as possible, you know. But yeah, there you go. Hands wise, you can see you're getting into sort of a smaller range of hands. You just have a couple of hands already on them, so you're getting the fisted hands, one of each of those. You know, fairly decent details to those. You're getting a gun gripping style hand for each one as well. Not a great deal you can have them since they're gloved style hands, you know, but you do have the bits of detail that they need to them. You know, you've got this other opposite hand, I can still grip a gun, possibly hold a barrel depending on which way you'd want to do it. There we go. And a couple of sort of more sort of slightly open style hands with a bit of dirtiness to them. I think he's been already in battle, or maybe it's just grime from where they've been posed. I'll have to see. Oh, this more sort of like a stop style hand. Blasters wise, you see, I mean, being a heavy gunner, you're going to see he's going to have a heavy gun. You also get a nice blaster pistol here. I like this one. It's a pretty cool looking one. And the levels of details to them, again, as per normal with Hot Toys, is pretty damn good. And then you have the big boy, the heavy gun. Again, you've got not much in the way of moving parts. This one does have, but obviously the blaster pistol has no moving parts at all. This one, the sight moves up and down, and the under attachment here can swing out, and these bits can come right out, or use them like a bipoded And so that's sort of pretty cool in its own respect, but nothing else moves on it, as you'd expect. There we go, guys. So that is your accessories. That's what you're getting with this guy. Now let's get on and look at the guy himself and see how he compares. After we've got a quick look at him, we'll see how he compares with the squad leader. So the figure himself, guys, here he is. I think he looks pretty decent, you know. I'm liking these new ones. I still want to get a hold of an original Stormtrooper. I do believe that I definitely need one of those, as well as obviously Darth Vader and Boba Fett. But they'll come in time if I can get them at the right price. But this guy looks pretty good, you know. I'm sort of quite pleased with him. I'll take him in a bit for you and show you. Yeah, you're going to hear the thing is I'm moving things around. There you go, guys. You know, head wise, you're not going to get a load of movement on that. Head can just obviously will spin completely right the way around, but other than that, you know, you're not getting a great deal of movement with them. Your shoulder things will raise up, but they're attached to the mainstay of the body, so you will get a fairly decent range of motion there. Forward wise, you've got the pull at the back of the uniform just here. You have to excuse it, the dog is making a pretty racket outside the door here. And going back over again, it's such a pull on the uniform that it's not really going to stay back, but then why would you need his arms to go too far back? Yeah. For bicep pose wise, you have almost a double ended thing, but you've got to watch for this bit popping out the bottom by the looks of that. Yeah, so that's about as much as you would be on that. There's no, or very little in the way of turn in the bicep itself. It's all sort of in the shoulder joint here. Body wise, you obviously got no forward and back tilt on it. Wrist wise, you have a tiny bit of motion there, and obviously it will twist around a bit as the arm will twist around to give that bit of motion there. Hips wise, let's just move this down so you can see. Hips wise, backward motion, you're not going to probably get much, but seeing that like this does move, though I do worry about getting it back into place, so you get that little bit, tiny amount of motion back over. Not a huge amount forward either because of the pull of the uniform down here, so they're not going to get vast amounts of things. You're not really going to get them sort of on the knees wise. Again, it's the uniform, it's this rubber bit around here clashing against the actual sort of armor plating, as you would call it, the plastic armor plating. That's causing an issue for it to go any further, plus that's going to end up sort of creasing and probably breaking at some point. You know, so you're not getting a load of range of motion on the legs either, which is always a shame that you have bad ranges of motion on these things. And these ankles, obviously, we do have, let's take that down a bit more, we do have a fairly decent range of motion on the ankle. It'll pivot right back, pivot quite a distance forward, twist in and out, has a little bit of inward and outward flexion. Though I will show you now, I've got mine on the second hand market. The ankles are a bit weak as per usual with most of these types of things. But also what we have got here, which I will tilt in a bit, just 2 seconds. Hopefully you should see that fairly well. We've got just here, where it's rubbing the paintwork off. So this part here, if you try to flex it forward, it's catching against this bit. And it's starting to rub the paintwork off. Now this obviously happened when I haven't had it, because I've only literally just got out to show you it. So it goes to prove to you that it's something you're going to have to be aware of. You know, that the paintwork on the feet, with it not being this sort of tougher plastic and being painted on, can come off and will eventually start coming off. Probably the same thing would happen with the hands if you're not careful with the hands, I suppose. But features wise, yeah, he looks okay. There's not much to do for detail wise with them, is there? But that's what you're getting. Let's bring in Commander 1 and see what the differences are between this guy and Commander. There we go, guys. They pair them together and you can see, they're vastly different to one another in a lot of respects. With the stuff that this guy, the heavy gunner has on him, bloody hell, I can't even speak now. The heavy gunner has on him a bit more up top, because obviously he's a heavy gunner. Though I don't know what these are for, because this is a blaster thing. Sure, you don't need blaster cartridges in it. So what these are for, unless there's some sort of detonators or charges or something like that, I do not know. But you're getting a bit more to it than what you're getting with this guy. So that's not so bad. The thing that this gun can sit against here, it is actually magnetized the same as this one does. I'll show you. And that gun is magnetized, so that one would go against them as well. The one issue you do tend to find with these figures is definitely the ankles. The ankles on them are really weak, and the posability. Guys, I can understand why a lot of people would get rid of these ones because you can't pose them very well. You can't do much with them. You're always going to be worried about these bits of plastic in here coming apart and literally just tearing it at certain points. The material that's in here, though it is canny, will rot away in time, but also the fact is, like, it pulls so badly that you can't get any motion from it. You couldn't have one on bended knee. At least I don't think you could, without risking damage to it. And posing it in some of the ways that you'd like to be able to pose them in, it's going to be so difficult. You're going to end up having them something similar to this type of thing here, which is fine. It's fair enough, and it works. It works okay for what you want to do for. But if you're wanting to get some decent poses out of it, you can forget it. You're not going to really do much with them, and I've tried. I mean, literally for the last 25 minutes before I put this back on again for you to think, there's a one I want to show you just here that they managed to get him into. I have got no idea how they have managed to do that. I really don't, because I spent 25 minutes trying to get him to something similar to that pose, and believe you and me, could I hell as like get him into it. He's literally, his hand kept on dropping out the peg thing, and it's got to the point now where it's actually probably won't stay in properly the way you'd want to, and certainly wouldn't stay in if you're trying to do this with it. No way with it. So I don't know how the hell they managed to get that like that. I think they've got to have done something, doctored it in some way. Maybe they've got it so that this part he has on the ground and holding it up, because he certainly couldn't be holding it in his hand. It's just nigh impossible to do that. So yes, I do understand some people's grievances with these things and why they might be getting rid of them. Because you can't get any poses out of them. But if you're okay to have them just in a sort of a standard pose like this, then hey, they're fine. And I suppose that's why I picked them up fairly cheap. Plus, I think a lot of people are still upset at the Star Wars things, and I think that might only change with this episode 9. Which I'm hoping by the time you see this hasn't already been out. It could be a while before this goes up. I've just got so many others to do their stuff. But there you go, guys. That's it. That's what they look like together. I'm now going to go and put them in the detolf, or find somewhere else for them to go. It depends. But there you go. That's what they look like together. That's the differences, and my gripes with them are the posability, guys. They are really, really bad for posing. You cannot do much with them at all, which is such a shame. Such a shame when they put sort of so much thing into them to make them look beautiful, to make them look great, and that you just can't really get much out of them. You can't really pose them that well. It's such a shame. And the ankles wise, you've got to be so careful, because they are literally just so weak in the ankles. It's unbelievable. But anyway, guys, enough of my griping about them. It's up to you to make up your mind whether you want to pick up anything like this. I think eventually they will come back and start going back up in price, as long as episode 9 rectifies a lot of the problems in the movies, and I think they'll start to sell again. If not, then I think you'll be picking them up pretty damn cheap on the open market, like what I have been. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. please like if you've liked, dislike if you didn't, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of what I'm going to coming, and I will catch you in the next one, those that turn up. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I'm out of here, guys.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,